What's up, guys? I'm Cassie.
I'm Sara.
And today we're talking about the many ghosts at the Hotel Monte Vista.
Opening on New Year's Day, 1927, this historic hotel has been fully restored to its former glory and continues to serve the traveling public today. It is located along Old Route 66 in Flagstaff, Arizona, and has hosted numerous famous figures over the years, such as John Wayne, Bing Crosby, Harry Truman, and a number of unearthly figures. After its opening, the hotel was popular not only among the tourists, but also a favorite of the locals who quickly coined the phrase, "Meet me at the Monte V." Opening during the Prohibition era didn't stop the Hotel Monte Vista Lounge from ignoring the law and running a profitable bootlegging operation out of Flagstaff's most popular speakeasy. However, in 1931, the place was raided by local officials and shut down, only to resume business 2 years later when Prohibition finally came to an end. In the 1940s and 1950s, Western movies became the choice of the American public, and more than 100 movies were filmed in nearby Sedona and Oak Creek Canyon. During these filmings, the Hotel Monte Vista hosted such famous guests such as Jane Russell, Gary Cooper, Spencer Tracy, John Wayne, and Bing Crosby. In one of the rooms of the hotel, a scene from Casablanca was filmed. In fact, it was John Wayne who reported seeing one of the hotel's first ghosts in the late 1950s, describing the spirit as friendly. In the 1970s, 3 men robbed a Flagstaff bank near the hotel, where one of the men was shot during their escape from the bank. Lying low and celebrating their successful robbery, the trio stopped in at the Monte Vista Lounge for a drink. However, the wounded man's gunshot injury was obviously more serious than any of them anticipated, because before he could even finish his first drink, he died right there in the lounge. Today, staff and guests feel as if the dead bandit is one of the many spirits that haunt the building. One manager reported that he would hear an eerie voice that said hello or good morning when he opened the bar each day. Others have told stories of feeling a ghostly presence while enjoying a drink in the cocktail lounge. Though this might be the ghost of the gunman, the hotel has such a past of shootings, cowboys on horseback in the lobby, and drunken brawls that they aren't really sure.
Calling it a speakeasy just sounds so cool. Like, do they still call those that today?
I don't think so. I think they're just bars now.
Lounges and stuff.
But also, their first ghost died there, like right in the lounge. Well, I mean, maybe it's not the first ghost, but the first ghost maybe that they know of.
Yeah.
He got shot and just died right there.
This group is pretty dumb. The guy literally got shot and they're like, oh, let's go have a drink at the lounge. And they just hung out there and then he died.
He didn't even finish his drink, which sucks.
It's like he must have known he was dying. Like, don't they say like when you start to die, like at least from a wound like that, like you can feel the life kind of being drained out of you? He was just like going at it.
Maybe he was just numb from the alcohol. Maybe it was some strong
But
alcohol.
How did they think that was gonna help them keep like lying low if the man is like bleeding out?
I don't know.
It just happened.
People are stupid back
happened.
then. This was the 70s.
I know, but I just can't.
70s.
That's crazy. Okay, so the first ghost reportedly is this bandit who died in the lounge.
All types of other strange phenomena were reported at the hotel by spirits who make noise, move furniture around, make sudden appearances, ring the lobby telephone, and knock things down. Both employees and guests have heard band music coming from the second floor lobby when there is no band playing, and the staff have become so accustomed to the odd occurrences that it has become a joke to them. In room 210, many guests have been awakened in the night by a phantom bellboy who knocks on the door with the statement that room service has arrived. However, when the guests open the door, they see nothing but an empty hallway, not even a glimpse of someone escaping down the long corridor. Some guests have seen the figure of a bellboy standing outside of room 210. John Wayne experienced this ghost during a few of his stays. He reported that the ghost seemed friendly and that he did not feel threatened by its presence. Hotel housekeepers frequently experience the antics of the bellboy. One report states seeing a young male in an old-fashioned red coat with brass buttons walking up and down the halls. Others have reported seeing the image of a woman who wanders the halls outside this room. Supposedly, the hotel avoids putting guests with pets in this room because dogs go crazy with fear and tear up the room. This floor is evidently a hub of ghostly activity, as just down the hall in room 220, all types of strange activity is reported. In the early 1980s, this room played host to an eccentric long-term boarder who was known to hang raw meat from the chandelier. Sometime later, he died in this room and his body was not discovered for several days. Today, guests often complain of hearing coughing and other noises from the empty room. And one time, after a maintenance man made several repairs to the room, he turned off the light and locked the door. However, returning 5 minutes later, the light was back on, the bed linens were stripped, and the TV was on at full blast. Today, it is common for the TV to act on its own, as well as reports of cold male hands touching guests in their sleep. We've met our second ghost, the bellboy, who apparently is friendly, according to John Wayne.
Pretend friendly ghosts never hurt anything.
Yeah, a friendly ghost. I just think of Esteban from Sweet Life with Zach and Cody.
Yeah.
Esteban! What is it?
Esteban, Julio, Ricardo, Montoya, Del Rosa or something like that.
Super nice, friendly, likes to play pranks.
Yeah, basically, you'd be sleeping and he'd just knock on your door and say, room service, and then you open the door and nobody's there.
And nobody's there.
Which I feel like would still be a little bit creepy.
I'd be like,
moving out.
which bitch is playing a prank on me at night? Yeah. The third ghost, I call him the
meat man.
Meat man, or male version of Catherine Knight, because he was hanging meat from the chandelier.
I have so many questions about that. One, was it human meat or animal meat?
That didn't specify.
Two, why was he doing this?
Well,
to cure his meats?
I don't know, but he was living there. I guess you can rent out hotel rooms. So he was living there. So obviously it was like, a hobby.
I'm going to open up a meat shop from my bedroom in this hotel.
I don't know, but maybe hanging all those meats did him dirty because he died a couple days later.
Dude, could you imagine, like, you're the cleaning staff and you go in there and there's just a bunch of, like, dead animals and things hanging from the ceiling, and then there's a dead body on the floor and you're like,
I'd be like, oh my God.
All right, I'll clean a different room.
And cold hands touching them.
I don't like that. Imagine you're just sleeping and you just feel like a freezing large man hand on like your calf. Dude!
And then all of a sudden,
yeah, no.
Like those TikTok videos where people are like laid down and then all of a sudden they pull and you do that high-pitched scream.
Yeah. No.
That'd be me.
I mean, this place definitely isn't like extremely creepy, but it's a little bit weird.
It's got its like moments. Like,
it'd be like a little fun weekend getaway and see what like kind of ghosts you can experience.
Dude, I just had a cold chill thinking about that. Years ago, Flagstaff's red light district could be found just 2 blocks from the Monte Vista. In the early 1940s, 2 prostitutes were brought to room 306. During their visit, they were killed and thrown from the 3rd floor window to the street below. Over the years, numerous guests have reported being awakened in the middle of the night and unable to return to sleep due to the feeling that they were being watched. The majority of the time, male guests reported the feeling of having hands placed over their mouths and throat and waking up unable to breathe. The 2 prostitutes have also been reportedly sighted in the pool hall and the lounge. Featured in many paranormal shows and popular amongst curious guests, room 305 is by far the most active room in the hotel. There are numerous reports of seeing a woman in a rocking chair near the window. Guests and housekeeping have reports of seeing the chair move by itself and knocking coming from inside the closet. History tells us that years ago, an elderly woman who was a long-term renter would sit by the window for hours on end and no one knows what she was looking for or looking at. The disturbing sounds of an infant crying in the basement have been heard again and again. Reported primarily by maintenance and laundry personnel, this is one of the most disturbing encounters. Staff have found themselves running upstairs to escape the sound of the cries. Though the sounds are very real to those who hear them, there has been no information that has explained this phenomenon. The Hotel Monte Vista is the longest publicly held commercial hotel in the history of America, with its tales of scandal and ghost stories continuing to entertain.
The first part of this like video and this like story of this place was kind of like chill, you know? It was like, oh, this could be like a nice little weekend getaway, like find some fun little ghosts. And then they just go, because we go to the prostitutes who were murdered and thrown out the 3rd story window. People think that they're being watched.
And males are like waking up unable to breathe because there were like hands on their mouths and throat. I'm like, so obviously some dudes killed these 2 prostitutes. I mean,
I'm assuming the prostitutes probably were at the hotel
doing, their job.
Yeah, and then the people they were with, whether it was like a group or whatever, murdered them, threw them out the window.
Yeah, they're like,
now they're coming back for
vengeance.
Yeah, so if you're male, don't go to this hotel because you might be strangled.
Or at least don't go to room 306?
Yeah.
Don't go there.
Yeah, stay away from that one.
Yeah.
What
The
is
elderly woman who was a long-term renter and sat in a rocking chair for hours on end just looking out the window. And nobody knew why.
No. Like
Old lady ghosts are a no-go for me.
That's like what you see in like movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just an old like lady.
Old lady just like...
Yeah, that's like a no for me.
Nope.
Yeah, they didn't know why she was there, but now I don't think she's like vicious or anything. People
I don't think
just like
so.
see her maybe, and then also like the rocking chair moving.
Yeah, I think she's just like waiting
Hanging
for
out.
somebody. Maybe like before she died, somebody was supposed to come visit her. And
husband, maybe he was supposed to come back. And then there's a baby in the basement
who cries.
That's so weird. Why? Did the baby die down there?
I don't know.
Like,
They have no other information about.
Could you imagine you're hanging out? I don't know why you'd be in the basement of the hotel.
Maybe somebody who was staying at the hotel, like they had a baby and they're like, I can't take care of this baby. I don't want this baby. So they're like, where can I put this baby where nobody will find it? The basement.
I guess. That's terrifying, dude. With the old lady in the rocking chair, the baby in the basement.
The two prostitutes trying to kill men.
This is not a fun little weekend getaway anymore.
No.
No.
So there are other ghosts, but
just not as like something that you might recognize from somewhere.
Meet me at the Monte Vista.
I like that. Meet me at the Monte Vista. I just like that.
That just sounds so like cool.
No,
could you imagine saying that? Be like, meet me at the Hotel Monte Vista.
No, I can't. It'd be awesome though.
Dude, I'd feel like I'm in like some action movie and we're about to like go exchange information with somebody.
Going to a speakeasy and we're about to just like dance and sing and whatever. It's pretty
Or if like you meet a guy and you're
Yeah.
like, if you want to meet me again, meet me at Hotel Monte Vista.
Yeah.
Or meet me at the Monte Vista.
I like that. That's like something Marilyn Monroe would say, I feel like.
Right?
I think in the beginning of the story, like we kind of decided
It was like
this could be like a fun little...
Like a little ghost adventure, you know, nice little ghost.
Yeah.
They're not gonna harm you, but then get to like the room, the 300 rooms, and you're like,
basement.
or the basement, and like, bam, prostitutes trying to kill your man.
Literally.
Old ladies just rocking in chairs.
Babies crying in the basement. That's probably like to lure you down there to kill you.
Probably.
They say that like demons and stuff can disguise themselves, especially as children.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Monte Vista, get your shit together.
Right. I do like the story because I think it's nice to hear of like some smaller places that might not be like as well known because I think it's so important to like talk about these like little hidden treasures.
These little hidden gems.
Yeah, I like them.
If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click on this video right here.
We will see you guys next week. Peace!